Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it's Saturday, and you know what that means? It's time for weekly purchases, the time of the week where we investigate what came through the door via FedEx, UPS, DHL, Amazon, Waylon Jennings, and of course we also at the beginning cover the news of the week, the action figure news that interests me, hopefully interests you guys out there, and of course it is the holiday season, holiday sweaters in full effect. I think I got about 20 different holiday sweaters, so I'm going to pull out some of the best ones as we finish off 2021. So be on the lookout, and hopefully when you're watching this, you're wearing your best holiday sweater. Or cape. It is cape season, as you guys all are fully aware of right now. If you got a cape, put it on and strap in, grab a drink, and it is time for weekly purchases. And we always start weekly purchases off with a little recap of what happened on the week this week, the week that was, if you will. Busy week for your boy Kyle. Is Thursday, Fridays, every Thursday, Friday this month for work, I have 10-hour negotiation training. Yes, negotiation. I'll be able to free hostages by the end of the month, but it is the most intense training I've ever been through. I'll just let you know that much. And I am beat. I am mentally exhausted, physically exhausted, but here I am. I'm doing weekly purchases. Got to do it. But interesting month of December. It's going to be for me a lot more hours than normal, which is always fun. Always fun. But anyways, this week, a lot of videos on the channel, as you guys can imagine. We seem to be in a 3 videos per day cycle the last couple of months. We'll see what the new year brings. But Star Wars Daily, of course, we're finishing out. I'm a man that keeps my promises. I always do, always have, always will. And I promised a daily Star Wars unboxing in 2021, and we have done it. We're almost there. The year's almost up. So enjoy those unboxings while you can. We'll see what 2022 brings. It'll still be Star Wars unboxings, but I'm not sure if I'm ready to commit to daily at this point. But I got enough figures to do it on a daily basis, that's for sure. We also did Jack's Classic Superstars. Speaking of videos that we do on a weekly basis, Jack's Classic Superstars, we did more Ringside exclusives this week. I think we got maybe 2 videos left, and then we're jumping into the Jack's Classic Deluxe Aggression Toys R Us exclusives. Those should be some interesting videos, and then we're almost done with our Jack's videos. So I think maybe February or March will be the end of our Jack's Classic Superstars. About a 2-year run on the channel of Jack's Classic Superstars Deep Dive. A lot of videos for you guys to go watch if you missed any of them, but they've been a lot of fun, so I hope you guys have been enjoying those as well. We also did the Ninja Turtle San Diego Comic-Con 4-pack on the channel this week. That was a good one. We did our top 5 peg warmers of 2021. I don't want to spoil it quite yet, but I think you guys know where it was going. But that was a fun video, but expect a lot of top 5, top 10 toy list of all the things we talk about on the channel throughout the month of December. So there's going to be a lot of countdown videos where I'm ranking my favorite figures of the year. And the one thing, I'm not saying anybody else's list. Everybody has their own list. Everybody has their own top 5, top 10. You can't say anybody's wrong because it's their list. But I can tell you that of all the figures I'm talking about in these lists, I actually own all of them. So I have had these in my possession. I've played with them, touched them, photographed them, reviewed them. I don't know if everybody can say that. I mean, I find it tough to say this is my favorite of the year when I don't own it. Maybe that's just my crazy headspace out there. But some fun videos to come. Top 5 peg warmers of the year dropped this week. I think we're going to do top 5 Marvel Legends Build-A-Figures next Thursday. And maybe another top 10 video mixed in the week as well. So stay tuned for all that. We did It's So Hard to Say Goodbye, Part 6, a continuing saga on the channel, as you never know what I might be selling. Every once in a while you feel a collection and you don't feel it and you sell it off. That's exactly what we did, so if you missed that one, check that one out along with my reasonings. We unboxed the Masters Universe Origins Eternian Guards, finally got those through the mail via Big Bad Toy Store. I was not lucky enough to get one of those at my Big Lots. Disappointing, but I do need one more Eternian Guard, I decided, so I'm going to stock my Big Lots for a couple of weeks before I go online. I want to find one in the wild. So we'll see if that happens. Jushin Thunder Liger, the madness continues. Opened up the other Liger, the 89 debut attire on the channel this week. Now I'm complete with all the Ligers, so check that one out. We unboxed some of those AEW Amazon exclusive sets. We unboxed Frankie Kazarian, Scorpio Sky, the SCU 2-pack. That was a pretty good one out there. And then the Jericho pack with the extra jackets. We unboxed that one this week. We unboxed a brand new WrestleMania Hulk Hogan basic. Check that one out. Probably the best basic we're going to have. Maybe the best basic we'll ever have again. Who knows? But that was a pretty good one. We unboxed Marvel Legends fan channel exclusive Hercules on the channel this week. We did a throwback unboxing, which was very timely, as the night I dropped that, she returned to Monday Night Raw, probably the greatest female wrestler superstar of all time, Maurice. Yes, Maurice. Oh, Maurice. She was back, and I unboxed it because I needed that title belt. Well, you saw the video, or hopefully you haven't, and you can watch it now, but I unboxed the Maurice Throwback Walgreens exclusive Elite. We unboxed American Werewolf figures, the Nightmare figures, all 4 of them on the channel. Very fun. Sleeper figures. Check that video out. Very cool. I did get 4, so all 4 heads would have a home, a body, if you will. So we did do that. And then we unboxed a lot more Master Universe Origins this week. Jitsu, Buzz-Off, Sorceress, and Stratos mini comic edition. So a lot of unboxings on the channel last week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed them. A little bit of everything for everybody out there. I know some of you guys are G.I. Joe, some are He-Man, some are Power Rangers, some are wrestling. Some are, you know, whatever else. I'm a little bit of everything, as you guys know. So there's a little bit of everything. That's how I try to do the videos, mix them in for everybody. And we will have a giveaway from last week's weekly purchases. As you guys know, we did an Instagram giveaway. We'll have that here in a little bit as well. Hopefully, one of you guys won Jack's Class Superstars Series 12 Ultimate Warrior, so be ready for that in a little bit. But let's get down to it. Let's get down to a little bit of news. How about Elite 92? Kind of surprise. Hey, here's in-package shots. Got to think those are coming early January. I got to think we'll all be surprised from Ringside Collectibles in the next week or so. Discount code Kyle saves 10%. But I think Elite 91 will be shipping in about a week, week and a half. That's what my gut's telling me out there. We'll see if that happens. But Elite 82, I wish. 92, I think first of the year. But we saw in-package shots, and talk about an interesting list, interesting set. Possibly the most interesting set in years if you really break it down out there. Let's break it down right now real quick. Elite 92, Rey Mysterio, no stranger to any Elite line. I'd have to do the math, but I gotta think with this one, his upcoming top pick, he has to have the most Elite figures of anybody. And can you imagine if he didn't leave that company for a while, how many Elite Rey Mysterios we'd actually have? It's just mind-numbing at this point. But we're getting another Rey Mysterio. And then we are getting a lot of people that are no longer with the company, which I found to be very strange, but necessary. I think it's a good thing. A lot of people are maybe, why aren't they pulled? I don't know who thinks that, but we're getting Adam Cole. He is also the Chase Edition. As we know, he is in AEW now. We are getting Scarlet, another favorite of mine, of course. I'm here for it, but the head scan on this one, oof. Looks a little rough. Might be worth going to Ringside Collectibles. I think her basic is only like $5.99. Very, very cheap with the holiday sale. You might want to pick that up and maybe swap the heads. I'm a purist out there, but I'm even thinking about doing that. But we have to see. It might look better in person. But Scarlett's coming. That'll be her first time in the Elite line, last time in the Elite line. We do have Ric Flair and Charlotte Flair. So Charlotte Flair is still with the company. Very cool to get a father-daughter in the same set. That is a cool thing. But a lot of people complaining Charlotte does not come with a robe. And then people are complaining Ric Flair does not come with a robe. But he does come with that sick Four Horsemen shirt. I used to rock that when I'd go to Monday Nitros back in the day, as I was a big fan of the Horsemen through all eras. But I really did like the Malenko Benoit years of the Horsemen. And that was the t-shirt I always kind of think of. But I'm here for it, for that Ric Flair. I want that for sure. And then the most interesting one of the set, and I'm very glad they kept this one in because it's so different, and different is cool sometimes, especially in this case. We are getting the Fiend, but the burnt Fiend from WrestleMania era time frame, kind of the beginning of the year, I guess. I can't remember the pay-per-view exactly. Maybe it was before WrestleMania. No, he wrestled in that WrestleMania, didn't he? I think so. But the burnt Fiend is very cool. It's something totally different. And to me, why wouldn't you release these figures? I wouldn't cancel any of these because guess what? There's money to be made for the WWE and Mattel with these figures. Why cancel them? Especially the burnt Fiend. You got so much tooling in that. I think they said, hey, we're not canceling this. We spent too much money making this. It's coming out. And that's the way I see it. Kudos. I'm here for Elite 92, but man, it's a weird list of wrestlers. And we're going to see a lot of weird Elite lineups, I think, in 2022 as WWE has really reset themselves, put themselves upside down. We're going to get, you know, the usual Rey Mysterios, Roman Reigns, Usos, Seth Rollins. We'll get all those guys. But I think now is the time they're going to step up and start giving us the Ridge Hollands. And we know Shotzi's coming. Some more of these deep cuts, some of these young NXT people might get moved up to an Elite line a heck of a lot sooner than others over the years. So depending where you sit, what side of the fence there, you might love it, you might hate it, you might be indifferent. You're maybe just like me, you're just not sure how it's going to go. But it'll be an interesting 2022. And you got to think those Mattel guys are kind of like, man, you know, you're releasing all these guys. It makes it tough for us to really sell, you know, people, you know, nothing against Ridge Holland. But I think a lot more people want, you know, a Braun Strowman at the end of the day than a Ridge Holland when you take the kid factor in and stuff like that. So very interesting times in the Mattel Elite line out there. But that's what's coming, Elite 92. I got to think first of the year. Seeing in package shots, that usually tends to believe that. But then we turn to some more ringside or ringside news, wrestling figure news out there. Bone Crunchers, they're coming back. Yes, you heard me right. Bone Crunchers are coming back with Figure Collection and Cella Toys as a joint venture. Man, this Cella Toys is an interesting company. I'm here for it. They're putting out a lot of retro-inspired toys. We got Elite-style figures coming as well, and now they got their hand in Bone Crunchers. I just wonder, who is the financial backer? What is their background? How did this all come about? It's kind of like a mystery. It almost reminds me of Inspector Gadget. What was that bad guy's name? He looked like he had spikes and he had the cat. That's kind of, I imagine, the president of Cella Toys. He's just like a hidden, shadowy figure, and he's trying to take out Penny, Brain, and Gadget every day. That's what it reminds me of. But I'm here for it. More figures, the better. But it gets to the point of oversaturation. How many lines can you afford? How many lines can you buy? We know all the Mattel lines. We know all the AEW lines. We got Micro Brawlers. We got Retros. We got Mattel Retros. We got Heels and Faces. We got all the Cella Toys stuff. And then every other thing that's coming out on top of it. There is a breaking point, and I don't know about Bone Crunchers. I mean, Bone Crunchers, I love Bone Crunchers. I've talked about it on the channel, my love for the Bone Crunchers, especially the early days of Bone Crunchers, and it sounds like they're going to give us characters in the 90s we should have got that we didn't, and they will be in the Bone Cruncher face style. It's not going to be real scan where it looks out of place. On paper, sounds amazing. We'll see what happens when we get prototypes and all that kind of stuff. But I'm here for it. I'll probably go down that road. I hope they release like, 4 a quarter or something. Don't go crazy, which I don't think they will. I think they'll follow the Cella model that we've seen before with the retros. But very, very interesting out of left field news. And it sounds like they're coming sooner than later. This isn't a Heels and Faces where they announced it in about a year plus we're going to finally get our first figures. This is a really cool idea out there, so we'll see where it goes, and stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We'll talk about it more in the future. But for you Bone Cruncher kids out there, you're in for a treat, hopefully, fingers crossed. We also saw Rio. Yes, Rio, one of the all-time greats, of course. And I'm filming this late Friday, about 7 o'clock my time Friday. And I can't wait. When I'm done with this, I'm going to settle in for Rampage. Hopefully celebrate Rio's winning the world's title again, the women's world title. And we're all going to celebrate. I'm going to go running around the street with sparklers in hand and popping some champagne. It's going to be amazing when Rio brings that belt home. Things are turning up Rio, as you guys know. But Rio, there was a merchandise shot from the AEW live show. I think it was Indianapolis was the show. And they got Rio autograph figures for $100. Man, buy every single one of those. I need one of those. And it's weird. I don't know why I feel like I need a Rio autograph figure, but maybe one day. We'll see what happens. I don't know. This Rio Madness, that's all I'm going to remember from 2021. The year of Rio. But there it is. But that's out there. And then our friends at FTC, man, hit and miss. That's the name of the game. Alex Wright and Ethan Page, you can buy those right now if you're interested. I'm on the fence about Alex Wright. I feel like I might need that one. Playing a little of that long game, or at least wait a while till maybe things slow down or something. But you can get those, but they did announce, so coming in about a year and a half, 2 years from now, we're going to get FTC version of Louis Piccoli. Now, Louis Piccoli is a deep cut. ECW, WCW, WWF, he wrestled all over. A lot of people probably don't remember him. I remember him most fondly, of course, from his ECW time frame, and then his WCW time frame as well. It's kind of the Scott Hall, NWO lackey a little bit. I love Louis Piccoli. Him and Tommy Dreamer had some great ECW matches. That's where I really remember Louis. But they're coming out with like a Rad Radford version. It looked like 2 different versions out there. I just don't know how well this will go. I'm all for Louis Piccoli getting a figure, but I'm just not sure how this one will go. But I guess stay tuned. Stay tuned to FTC and see where that ends up shaking out. And then finally, the backers for the Ringside Collection. You guys know that. The event staff, security guards, all that we've been talking about. That has come to an end. Unfortunately, it was not backed. I think got about $10,000 about the $100,000 goal. So it really did miss the mark. But as we know, they are going to re-release these singly. Maybe in waves, something like that, but they are going to be a little bit more costly than they originally were. I think that's fair. If people would have backed it, they could have got a deal, but now you got to not get a deal. But I'm anxious to see how these end up shaking up. We'll see. We'll stay tuned with that, but it did not hit its goal out there. But speaking of goals, let's transition over into the Hasbro side of the fence, and we're going to talk some HasLab action. The tale of 2 HasLabs in some ways. Very, very interesting. Rancor Madness. You guys know I wear on my sleeves. That's right in here. If I could, cameraman, zoom it, as they say. Zoom in there. You can see my Rancor love right in there because I love the Rancor. And at $350, we've talked about it the last few weeks. I do think it's a deal. I know a lot of people don't think it is, but with shipping in there and all the inflation prices, all that kind of stuff going on, the tooling for this, and then at the end of the day, like I said, my love for it, I do think it's worth the $349. I know a lot of people don't, probably the majority don't. I do feel it is worth that. But they did come out and announce this week to try to save the campaign. Hey, we heard you loud and clear. We should have had the Rancor Keeper. And like I said the last couple of weeks, I guaranteed the Rancor Keeper was coming to the Black Series during the time of release. So about a year from now, I figured it would come on the pegs to go along with your Rancor. Well, they decided to call an audible, and they're putting that Rancor Keeper with the Rancor at 9,000. If it funds the normal amount, you get the Rancor Keeper. He is going to be in a baggie out there. Not the end of the world for me. I'm going to open him up anyway, so that is fine. I just don't know if it's too little too late. We're right now, we need 9,000 backers. As of Friday night, we're at 5,222 as I film this. We got, as Jerry Reed might say, we got a long way to go and a short time to get there. And he's exactly right. Hopefully we get there. You guys know I'm rooting for the Rancor. I do feel like it's just going to narrowly fund. We've seen it with all the Ring and the Galactuses and even the, I was going to say Sentinel, but Sentinel pretty much blew it out of their water right away. I think enough people will come together and pick this one up, but a lot of learnings. Constant learning, constant improvement, putting my business hat on. I'm sure Hasbro's doing that right now. They had a lot of misses with this one, a lot of bad execution. I don't think any of the other tiers will be funded. I just hope we get that Rancor Keeper and the Rancor, of course, at 9,000. I'm here for it. I did not back out. We'll see what the final push is like. But then you turn your attention to the Sky Striker. And I love G.I. Joe, but as you guys know, I'm not getting the Sky Striker as it just doesn't fit my collection, unfortunately. I'm not going back to O-Ring Joes. I'm all in on the Super 7. I'm all in on the Classifieds. I was in on the Walmart exclusive 3 3/4, which I think are done. So I'm just sticking with those. I can't get 4 G.I. Joe lines going. I just don't have the room for that much G.I. Joe. But Sky Striker, they're at 6,404. A little bit better, but they do have 10,000 to hit instead of the 9,000. You got 4 days to go on the Air Striker, or Sky Striker, but you only got 3 days to go on the Rancor, FYI. So if you're thinking about backing either of these, time's running out. You don't want to be one of these guys with the Sentinel saying, oh, I wish I would have backed that and having to pay $600 and some. If you're on the fence, do it. I recommend it all day long. But interesting with the Sky Striker is it really has softened a lot. And I thought both of these would fund pretty easily. I didn't think they'd blow them out of the water, but I thought both would fund a lot easier than they have. But I think a lot of it is there's been so many backings. There's all the craziness of inflation. And then the holidays right now, it just feels like a lot to spend on something that you're not going to get for at least a year minimum. So a lot of interesting, a lot like we talked about the new generation Ring. I didn't feel the time was right around San Diego Comic-Con. Too many things being released. They should have done it around WrestleMania time frame where peak wrestling interest is there. Nobody else is really doing those kind of things. That would have been the time to do it. Much like these, I think a different time of the year would have been a heck of a lot better for the Rancor and the Sky Striker. But the Sky Striker did add 3 Cobra figures to this. Cobra Commander came in with a special message. I thought that was really cool and a nice cool video to go with it. The voice on Cobra Commander took a little bit of, needed a little bit of something, but I got the point. We got the point. But we're getting Cobra Commander, which obviously one of, if not the most main villain. Some people might say Serpentor depending on your age, but I'm going Cobra Commander first. So that is really cool. So that's another extra incentive for everybody. It'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting week watching where the numbers land on both of these HasLabs. Just a lot of learnings to go with these. So more to come, as they say. All right, turning our attention to a few other things. Now it's miscellaneous news of the week that I found interesting out there. We saw Transformers Series 3 from Super 7. I'm dabbling in these. I got the OG Optimus, Megatron, and then I got the Dinobot Grimlock, of course. Those 3 I got. And now we saw Series 3 come this week. We got G2-inspired Megatron. That doesn't do anything for me, so that's a pass. Alligator-Con, I remember that one, but no attachment to that. That is a pass for me. We're getting Tarn from the comic book series, so they're going all over with this. I guess they're giving a little bit of something for everybody in these sets, but Tarn, don't even know the character, so I'm passing on him. I'm actually dabbling in a line here. Now, Wreck-Gar is one I'm considering. Wreck-Gar, of course, from the Transformers movie, one of the greatest movies of all time, top 5 for sure. Wreck-Gar, I feel like I might need this one. I don't know. I'm going to play it. You guys know I'm going to go to Big Bad Toy Store. That's where I strongly recommend in all my videos. That's where you go for your Super 7 figures. Trust me, you don't want to pay till they ship. You don't want people sitting on your money for a year, 2 years, whatever it could be. Big Bad Toy Store. But we got new Transformers coming for you Transformers guys out there. And then we also got NECA back in the news this week with 2 different Robocops. If you're a kid of the 80s like myself, you loved yourself some Robocop, especially Robocop 1. Very violent. That's what a little kid needs. I was like 8 years old when that came out. Man, I was here for it all day long. Then he joined with my boy Sting. I mean, man, Robocop, come on. Robocop, Ultimate Warrior, Sting. There's the 3 Musketeers right there. But we're getting a battle-damaged deluxe Robocop with chair that kind of fixes him up and stuff, which is pretty cool. And then a regular version. So celebrating some Robocop anniversaries out there. I'm here for it. I'm definitely picking up one. I don't know if I'll get both of them, but I thought that was very interesting news this week. And then we also saw from the Marvel Legends team, who's been very quiet, which is okay, as they've released more product than anybody, it seems, this year. Our wallets needed a Marvel Legends break, but now they're back, announcing some new figures coming in 2022, and it makes sense, as Hawkeye, the Marvel Disney Plus series, is up on Disney Plus currently. They have a Hawkeye and Kate Bishop figure. I don't know if it's going to be a 2-pack or singularly done. Just artwork up for these two, but I think a lot of people are hyped for those. Watching the show right now are very excited for these figures, which I get it, I understand it, and you got to make money, and that's exactly what they're going to do with these two. So interesting if it'll be part of a MCU wave. More to come on that. But I thought that was worth noting this week. So then, that's it. I'm looking at my notes here. Is there anything else? No, I don't see anything. I do know it's Joey Rogers' 5th birthday. I don't know if you guys knew that, but Joey Rogers, he's 5 years old. Yeah, there you go. Send him a card. Happy birthday, Joey Rogers. How about Album of the Week? Now, Album of the Week, I was planning on listening to Exodus this week. I never got around to it. I was so busy with meetings and other things going on. But some things jumped ahead for me, which I didn't think they were, but it's one of those things where you're too lazy to switch, so I just went with it. But I did listen to a sleeper album that I didn't know that was coming out, a kind of a compilation album. You guys are probably all know Death Angel. Of course you know Death Angel. Thrash Legends Death Angel from the Bay Area. The Bastard Tracks, kind of a mix of live stuff, studio stuff, a little mixture of stuff. But if you like Death Angel, check this out. I was jamming that in the car. It was pretty good. My daughters loved it, let me tell you. They loved it. But I was listening to that this week. And then Black Label Society, Zakk Wylde. I love Zakk Wylde. I know some people don't like him. I've loved him since Ozzy. That's when I really started getting to heavy metal, when he first joined Ozzy's band. So I've been a Zakk fan as long as I've been a metal fan. So I enjoy him. I always enjoy his concerts. I mean, I saw Zakk Sabbath, I think 12 dates in a row with Clutch one time, like 4 years ago, something like that. I just did a road trip, followed him around, worked during the day, and went to the concerts at night. It was quite the haul out there. But you could really tell his Zakk Sabbath, Black Sabbath influence in this BLS album, I felt. Some of the slow ones, Zakk always loves to bust out a couple of ballads, which I'm not a huge Zakk Wylde ballads guy. Some people are, not for me. But the other tracks in the album were very awesome. They reminded me a lot of Black Sabbath. So check out that one, Doom Crew Inc. Check that out. It was a good album to listen to this week. But I got a whole list of stuff I need to listen to. The Exodus album I got to get to. I got to get to the new Volbeat album. Some people like Volbeat, some don't. I liked them a long time ago. Saw them in concert a lot of times on small club shows. They're pretty big now, and that's a whole story for another day. But got to hear the new Volbeat album. The new Deep Purple album. Oh, Deep Purple, one of the all-time greats. You Europeans that are watching this, you know the greatness of Deep Purple. Some of our American friends over here, I'm one of them, but they don't know the Deep Purple. They know Smoke on the Water, but they don't know how influential and how great Deep Purple is. They have some amazing stuff. I can't wait to check out the new album. And then the band Lordi, of course, and this is a weird one. It's like a disco album, so I got to check that out as well. So I got a lot of work to do in the album front. We'll see what I can get knocked out next week. Fingers crossed I can listen to all of them. So there you go. That is everything. I'm looking at my notes. I didn't miss anything. There it is. So let's get into it. Let's get into the weekly purchases. All right, before we get into the weekly purchases, let's give away these two Ultimate Warriors. You guys know I love giving back to the community out there, and I was gifted these, and I said, you know what, I'm going to pass these bad boys on, and that's exactly what we're going to do right now. As we just did the Instagram giveaway, Twitter giveaway last week, Instagram winner this week, and then we'll do a YouTube one sometime this month. We'll do it maybe next week. We'll give a little break from the giveaways. We'll do it next week, hopefully. But the winner is Figure Feast on Instagram. So Figure Feast, hit me up in the Instagram messages or whatever you want to do. Send me some smoke signals, carrier pigeon, whatever it takes to get me a message. And give me your address and I'll get these bad boys mailed out to you. So thank you everybody that entered. Thank you all everybody for subscribing to the channel. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. Of course, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. As we're marching the YouTube subs, we're marching all the subs up there. And follow me on YouTube, of course. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you get me on Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. And of course, Twitter, SirPaul64. Follow me on both those. And then I always say at Pro Wrestling Tees, pick up a t-shirt, support the channel. They had a big sale last week we talked about. I really appreciate it. A lot of you guys bought some shirts. I really do appreciate it, as you guys know. So there it is. Now let's get down to it. let's get down to the weekly purchases. So close to Christmas, I didn't think we'd have any purchases, but here we go. If you guys saw my figure hunt video this week, me and the kids, we were hot on the hunt on Black Friday. My three local toy stores, old JC and Hobby, cheap plug for them. They had a huge 25% off everything in the store. And you guys know Kyle Peterson, long game player, he had to take advantage of some deals. He had to take advantage of some deals at GameStop. He got some stuff through the mail. It just snowballed. So this ended up being a really big week out there. So let's get after it. Let's start it off. And let's start with some Marvel Legends. So via Hasbro Pulse, finally got my Sandman. This will be an interesting one. I got a couple other Sandmans to compare this one to. I'm not sure how I feel about this one right now. Obviously, the packaging is beautiful, but we got Sandman through the door. Via Amazon, got to get a deal half off on Amazon. Mr. Fantastic, and you say, Kyle, you already unboxed this on the channel. What are you doing? I said, you know what? This is like a 3-in-1 figure. So I'm going to play around. I'm going to have two Reed Richards. I might have one with the coat on, one without the coat, one without the coat with big hands, one with small hands. I don't know, but I figured 50% off. Choose your own adventure, as I always like to say. Then you saw me in my figure hunt video, just out of the blue. Found this in another aisle as I'm leaving the store. Truly figure fade out there. Target exclusive, Captain Carter. Probably the worst exclusive in many years for Marvel Legend, honestly. I know some people don't like the Mobius figure. I at least like that one. This one just feels like a repaint that we didn't really need, but had to pick it up. You guys know how I go. And then speaking of Mobius, there was a 25% off one figure. I grabbed Mobius as I did need an extra one of these, and that'll all become clear on the channel here in the next couple of weeks. You guys know I have so many unboxings to do while I ever get to them, but you'll see it's clear in one of my unboxings, so stay tuned for that. And then I posted a lot of stuff on my social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter this week, and the YouTube community page. A lot of deals with Black Friday, so whenever I found some of these hot Amazon links that I thought you guys would be interested in, I sent them in my social media and stuff, so that's another reason to follow me. This bad boy 3-pack was only $34. I think it used to be about almost $100 last year. I ended up getting another one. Kind of a gut decision. I'm not sure if I'm going to open it up or what I'm going to do with it. Part of me wanted to have Nimrod with both of his faces, have two different versions. So that's where I'm leaning. I don't really need another Phantom X or Psylocke, so I might just sell those, flip those, something like that. But I did get this 3-pack, so yeah, I keep rolling on there. So very interesting stuff there. Now we turn our attention to the other side of the table. What did I get over here? Well, I got Pudgy Pig. Yes, Pudgy Pig, Target. Now, you're probably saying, Kyle, why would you get this? Didn't you have a That's So Hard to Say Goodbye this week? Yeah, I did. But things like this, I cannot pass up. Power Rangers, I'm all in on the Super 7 game. I'm hoping those are going to be great. I got rid of all my other Hasbros. But I'm going to keep the Pudgy Pigs of the world. I'm going to keep the Tenga Warriors. I'm going to keep the Putties of the Hasbro Lightning. At least for now, if Super 7 comes out with a Pudgy Pig, which we got to be honest, at best, probably a year and a half, 2 years from now, I might sell this one and get that one. But 2 years is a long time to wait for Pudgy Pig. I did cancel my Hasbro Pulse San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. I said, you know what? I don't need the lunchbox. I don't need that extra stuff. I'm totally fine with this. So that's exactly what I did. I got this at Target. Got to get a deal this week. Target. Old Outlaw Waylon Jennings tipped me off. Hey, it's in stock. And I said, thank you, Waylon. Thank you. Then I posted this up. $14.99. I said, what the heck? I got to see what this is all about. The Wreckin' Cycle. As you guys know, this is for kids. Got Drew McIntyre on there. Something else right here is what this is. We'll see. I don't know. Do we do an unboxing of this just to kind of laugh at ourselves a little bit? But $14.99, I figured it was worth it. What the heck? Who cares? I picked that up on Amazon. And then, what else did we get? All right, as we turn some attention here. How about you saw me get this at my toy store there? Can you believe I don't own any Masters Universe Classics, the 2000 line? I don't know if I'm going down a deep road where I need to get every single one. That would be fun, but I don't know if I'm there for it. I think that might be too much work for me. But I did see Cyclone there, which I love Cyclone, and $14.99, 20% off, 25% off. I said, you know what? It's going to be worth it. I'm going to buy this. I'm just going to unbox on the channel, see what all the fuss is about. That's exactly what I did. So I picked up a little Cyclone this week, just on a whim. 25% off. Got to get a deal. You guys know how that goes. And then I was at my local Walmart. I think I showed this on the figure hunt. These were in the clearance section. They were normally $5. I got both of them. I got Han and Chewie. $3 each. I said, let's see what all the fuss is about. See what's going on here. I don't know why I bought these. Just kind of those weak moments when you're excited and you're going to a Walmart store and your wife's coming. Normally that's a bad thing because she slows you down, but she's getting groceries and stuff, and I'm like, well, I don't want to pass up not looking for figures, so I'll come. She needed to get some groceries and a few other things. I said, all right, I'll go. And then there's nothing in the aisles, and you're just like devastated. You're like, gosh, there's nothing in the NECA set, nothing here. Why did I come? Why did I waste my time? This is going to be a half hour instead of just 5 minutes. Then you're just meandering around, then you find these in clearance, you end up picking them up for $6. It's the way it goes. You guys have been there. You know what it's like. How about this one? I got this one also at the toy store. I said, what the heck? 25% off. I'm going to give it a go. See what I think. These Marvel Selects, they're hit and miss, as you guys know. Hit and miss. Sometimes they're just absolutely amazing. Looking at that Hulk figure, of course, earlier this year. And then sometimes you get some hot garbage, like maybe that Thing figure. I think that Scarlet Witch is pretty hot garbage. I'm not picking her up. It's just back and forth. But got to get a deal. Picked him up. Said, what the heck. All right, we got to clean up. We got to go to round 2. As we've had to do the last few weeks, we've had different rounds of weekly purchases. It's been so crazy, but let me clean up a little bit. Let me move some stuff, and we'll settle in for round 2 of weekly purchases. All right, here we are, round 2, and round 2 starts off with gotta get a deal to the next level. I love a deal, as you guys know. Went to my local GameStop, Black Friday. They had kind of an in-store sale. I mean, they obviously had their normal sale, but they had some other sale stuff that was a little wonky out there. And I said, you know what? I'm swooping in. I've been playing the long game on this guy. You guys know I love Transformers, especially Dinobots. They are my favorite. I love Ultra Magnus. I love Optimus Prime. I love Hot Rod. I know a lot of people don't like Hot Rod. I love him. But this is one of those PCS statues. Like we unboxed Serpentor, Destro, Cobra Commander on the channel. Well, they did make Transformer ones. And I've been eyeing this Grimlock for a heck of a long time. It just looks so cool. This is what I want out of Transformers. I want something like this. But I ended up picking this up. And as you can see on the bottom right there, $69.99. I've been playing the long game. I'm like, that is just too much. That is ridiculous for this. I'm never spending that. Well, I go to GameStop and look at that. $24.99. Yes, $24.99. I'm like, $24.99? You gotta be kidding me. And then I go up to the register, and I had my normal $5 coupon. You get them every month. If you pay $10 a year at GameStop and you get a $5 monthly coupon, it pays for itself after a couple months, so I always sign up for that. So then I got this down to $19.99, and then they said I had some other points or something, so I got another $5. So I got this for $15. That's got to get a deal right there. Not paying $70, paying $15 for old Grimlock. So I was very happy with that purchase. Maybe we'll unbox it on the channel one of these days soon. We'll see. We'll see. And I couldn't pass this up. This goes for around $100. And I thought it was a cool enough pack. Going back to that Cyclone figure, maybe I am all in on the Masters of the Universe 2000 series, as I did get the He-Man Skeletor 2-pack, as you can see right there. $69.99, but it was 25% off, so that's how I justified it to myself. And I looked online before I bought it. I said, what's this actually going for? And I saw a lot of these had sold, not what people are asking for, but sold for around $100. So I said, yeah, that's a pretty good deal. And I feel like even if I'm not going to get all of these figures, I really should just get the He-Man and Skeletor and call it good. And that's what I did, but it's a slippery slope. You guys know how I am. If somebody came to me and they had a complete, not classics, 2000X series, said, hey, I got the whole series here. What do you think about this price? I might be a buyer. We'll see. We'll see. Long game. I don't know how that'll go. All right, how about we keep it with He-Man a little bit here? Gosh, this is a busier week than I thought. I finally got my Secrets of Grayskull pack from MattelCreations.com. So I did get my Horde 4-pack before. I did get this, but here it is. I haven't even unboxed it to take a look at it. I'm not sure if I'm going to open this up. I think I probably am. I don't know. I got to decide on those. Maybe this weekend I'll add that to my to-do list. Do I open them or not? We'll find out. But I got this week. Very happy. They sent it in a massive box too, which was really funny. But yeah, anyways, got that this week. I did also get a Lucy, a rare Lucy. It's been a while since we got one of these. For whatever reason, I never picked this figure up back in the day, and I said, hey, big sale at the toy store. Today's the day. Jane Foster's Thor. I just never owned this. And I said, you know what? This is long game it. Long game it. And I did. Found it for a great price. About $15, I think, with the 25% off. So I was very happy to get that one. Missing Marvel Legend. One of the few. I got almost all the Marvel Legend non-Toy Biz ones in my collection. There's just a handful I'm missing. And that was one of them. So I got that this week. Here's an interesting one. As you guys know, I don't know. I'm working on my toy displays. I'm working on my toy rooms. I've been trying to put the time in, but the last like 4 or 5 months, I have not been able to do as much work as I want to. My basement looks like somebody threw up everywhere. I got stuff all over, moving rooms. I got a lot of work to do if I'm going to get this toy room tour done for early February. We'll see what happens with that, but sometime first of the year, first quarter we'll call it. But I did get some stuff as I am redoing my Ninja Turtle display a little bit, and I got some stuff. A little chair, a little couch, and kind of the Ninja Turtle inspired. It almost looks like a Simpsons couch, doesn't it? But it's Ninja Turtle inspired, so I got the chair, got the couch. This will fit good with what I'm looking at do. So like I said, stay tuned for the figure room tour. I always say it, I don't know if we could top the year before. I can definitely tell you 2022's tour video is going to just blow away 2021. So if you thought 2021 was good, 2022 will blow it away. I don't know what 2023 will look like, but 2022 is going to be jaw-dropping compared to 2021. So there's a promise for you. Bet the house as one might say. How about this one? AEW 2-packs. We talked about them. We unboxed a couple on the channel last week. Maybe we'll unbox this week. I'm not sure. Adam Hangman Page, Kenny Omega. I got this one. Very good shape. No bubble mailer. None of that kind of garbage from Amazon. They always treat me right. Maybe it's just my local Amazon. I don't know. Maybe they watch the channel. Kudos to you, Amazon. But I did get that 2-pack. So I'm completing all those 2-packs. The Jericho pack. We'll see what the future holds for Jazzwares and their Amazon exclusives. Playing a long game again, another Amazon long game. I think this was like $25. I can't remember what it was, but the old Enfys Nest and Swoop Bike. I never picked this up back in the day. It was on clearance. Long game. And I ran out of time, couldn't find it, but found this on Amazon, very cheap. Finally got this off the to-do list, so I picked up that Enfys Nest. Talk about a throwback Black Series figure. We'll unbox that as part of our daily Star Wars unboxings in 2022, I am sure. So stay tuned for that one. Are we down to one thing left? One thing left. Any guesses? Well, if you watch my figure hunting video, you know exactly what it is. And I was not sure if I was going to get this or not, but I ended up pulling the trigger. There it is, the Turtle Van from Playmates. It'll be interesting. As we know, Super 7... Uh-oh, knocking stuff over. As we know, Super 7 is coming with the van. We know that. It's about $500. I almost dabbled. If you guys saw my figure hunting video, I almost jumped into the Super 7 Turtle line. I was like, oh my gosh, I could save 25% on these. I almost did. And I said, Kyle, you don't need another turtle line. Don't do it. So I stopped myself. I was good. But I did end up picking this up at my local Walmart. And I said, you know what? This is going to be my turtle van temporarily. Because I got to think eventually NECA will have a turtle van. I bet it'll be online only. And you'll order it like the Toon Diorama that we got last week. I got a second one of those. I think we'll see that from NECA eventually. But who knows? Who knows? But I had to pick this one up. So this can be a placeholder for now. Maybe we'll unbox this on the channel as well. And as always, like I always tell you guys, if there's something you want to see, let me know in the comments. I can move it to the top of the list, but we'll get through it all eventually. You guys know how backed up we are in reviews. We'll see what the future holds out there, but feel free to leave me a comment. And then while you're there leaving a comment, leave me a comment on what you picked up this week. Did you get any deals on Black Friday? Let me know what you picked up out there. I'm always anxious to hear that kind of stuff. And then while you're here, you've made it this far. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. I'll post some more deals like I always do, but then we'll have another giveaway probably next week. So you want to follow along. You want to see where these things come out at. So make sure you're following me on all those social medias and everything else out there. So there you go. That's the week. And you guys know what I'm doing. I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way into the weekend. I will see you guys all real soon. Don't forget about the toy drives this holiday season. The Fig Cave Toy Drive, taking all figures. And then, of course, the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast Toy Drive. Send your wrestling figures.